Hi everyone, we're going to do a farm scene today. You can't read this label, but this is a crackle. It gives it a weathered look. You can see the crackle right here. That's how it'll look when it's done. I'm going to use this for the barn and the tree to give it that weathered look. So this is going to be an experiment. Let's see how it works out. Any paint I use in the bottles will be 1 part Floetrol, 1 part acrylic. I'm wanting a little bit of a sunset. So we're going to start with the blue, add a little white. My acrylics are latex basic. Use my big brush. If you want a sunset, you want the last color to be your brightest. To use crackle, my bottom coat has to be what I want the crackle to look like. So I want my crackle to look black, weathered, and my barn to be red. So I have to paint my barn black first. Let that dry and add the crackle. I want my tree to have black crackle too. So we're going to do our trees right through here. You get too much paint, squeeze out the air, put it on top of and it'll squeeze it back in. You don't want to waste your paint. I'm going to take the paint I scraped off and use it to do a little bit of dirt, and then I want to do some corn. All we're doing is getting our base colors right now. I should have did a base color back here before I did my tree. Always do your background first. Lesson learned. Watch how your brush strokes are. They can define background, hills, without actually painting hills in. I never know what my stuff's going to look out like until it's done. Okay, this has to dry before I can do anymore. I've added the crackle and I've let it dry on the barn and the tree. So we'll see how this works. It says don't work your paint too much. That's a little hard not to do, so. Let's see how that cracks. After that dries, we'll hand paint the detail in. I love using different mediums when I paint. I love to experiment. I wanted really small cracks. It looks like I'm going to get big cracks. Problem was, most of my labels ripped off. Right where I needed to know thin to thick cracks, it's gone. So I don't know if you put it on thick for thin or light for thin. I put it on pretty thick. That looks like it's big cracks. So next time we'll know. Now let's try the tree. This should be interesting. I want to do the tree instead of a brown and more of a gray. This I put on thinner than the barn, and it is cracking thinner. Hopefully that'll crack some more, but I bet you that's all I get out of that. I'm going to use a little bit of gloss apple barrel paint. This is my idea of a cornfield. Keep in mind, I'm just adding some base colors right now. I'll go in and detail this all out. Separate the colors and make the corn actually look like it's got leaves. Lowe's did not carry this anymore, but I found it on the internet for $12.99 for a bottle about that big. So it's out there. It's called Milk Crackle. That's how my barn cracked. I do believe it's done doing it. And there's the tree, how it cracked. You have to learn your brushes to know what brush does what the best. This one does it's a round, hard bristle, and it does my leaves the best when I want to do leaves. This is a piece of wallpaper that I've had for like 20 years that I'm going to put on here. You know how I like to add stuff to my pictures. Wallpaper has a glue backing to it that you put in hot water to activate. The problem is the water messes up your painting, so it doesn't work. The glue does not mess up your painting because you put glue in your acrylic paint to thin it out. They're compatible, but the water isn't. Work all that glue out from under it with anything you got that you can push it out. I got this little tractor I drew. I did this on construction paper. It's easier for me to draw this on a piece of paper than to paint it on a piece of canvas. It's too hard to get to it, to do the detail. So I draw it separate and add it. Colored this with gel pens. This glue dries totally clear, but you gotta get it towards your edges, pushing it out. I don't know how the gel pens will react to the glue. I hope you enjoyed.